misery with a knife through the back of the head. The simple kill is elevated by the knife tearing a slit in the projector screen as he falls. That is
this is gross.
Then Jason just has to clean up the last teen couple, so he barges in on Doug in the shower and smashes his head against the wall, straight up crushing it with his palm. Awesome.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cable Dance React channel. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Alright, so it looks like everyone wants me to watch Friday the 13th, the final chapter, 1984 kill count. And I'm going to try to shut up and pay attention. We're going to get into this video.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we truck onward with another Friday the 13th. And this one's the final chapter, but not really. That's right, after failing to end the series with part 3, Paramount stuck a subtitle on this one, so determined were they to disassociate themselves with the series. I don't know why exactly, it was still making them money, but I guess some suits don't want to be associated with moments like this. The final chapter is much like the previous 3 films in most regards, but it is notable for introducing Tommy Jarvis, played here by Corey Feldman, who's a cool little dorky kid who somehow is able to make professional-looking masks in his spare time. With his character, Jason finally gets a nemesis who isn't just the last remaining teenage girl. But don't worry, lots of teenage girls are still in this one, including the Doublemint twins, and plenty of gore too, so let's get to the kills. Just like part 3, this film also takes place immediately after its predecessor, which gives us a big budget opening scene with helicopters and ambulances and a whole lot of extras. Looks like Jason's going out with a budget. We follow his body as it's taken to a hospital and checked in by a very pervy coroner.
Why would y'all take that to a hospital?
Got one more over there.
Why would they take him to a hospital?
Was. Well, she still is.
Dude's name is Axel, and he inexplicably gets the cute nurse to hook up with him until Jason's hand causes him to recite a passionate sermon.
Jesus Christmas! Holy Jesus goddamn! Holy Jesus jumping Christmas!
Really?
After the nurse gets upset and leaves him alone with his aerobic porn, Jason surprises him with a bone saw to the neck. Then Jason grabs his head and fucking twists it around backwards because Tom Savini is back for this movie and he wants the audience to know he needs business. After that, Jason tracks down the nurse and chokeslams her against the wall before slitting her torso open with a scalpel. Anyway, you know the drill by now. 2 intro kills and then we meet the main characters. In this movie, it's the Jarvis family who lives in a house on Crystal Lake. There's Mama Jarvis, Trish Jarvis, and of course, Fell Dog himself, Tommy Jarvis. Trish and Mama like jogs around the lake, while Tommy's into video games and making Henson-quality puppets. Moving next door to them for the summer is a group of very killable teenagers who pass Mrs. Voorhees' tombstone on their way, which is the first time the series revealed her full name. The kids also pass this hippie hitchhiker who you just have to see eat this banana for a long-ass time. Yeah, eat that banana. Make sure you chew it all, don't want no indigestion. Nice. Jason was never a fan of phallic fruits though, so he sticks a knife through the back of her neck, killing both her and the banana. Fun fact, Jason's legs in that shot were actually Tom Savini's. Even more fun fact, Tom also played the banana. Now seems like a good time to point out that one of the teens here is Crispin Glover, beloved father of Marty McFly and occasional rat enthusiast. In this movie, the running thing is that he's a, well...
You're a dead fuck. A dead fuck?
No, it's true. His ratty-looking friend ran it through an imaginary computer and everything. The thing about Crispin and the other kids in this one is that they're not counselors or at an old family home. They're just kids going to a cabin looking to fuck.
God, I'm horny.
And sure, that's true as well for the first 3 movies, but once you remove the pretext of other stuff, every scene with these kids is about getting it in. There's an extended skinny dipping scene where everyone but Glover gets naked, and then there's Tommy stumbling across it all and reacting exactly like I would if I saw this in now.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, the next 20 minutes is just hanging out with these horny kids who Mama Jarvis definitely don't approve of. Also, Trish meets Rob, a sexy hitchhiker who can fix cars and talk to your little brother like a total dreamboat. We finally get to more killing about 40 minutes in after Sam gets mad at Paul for flirting with Doublemint Tina. She leaves the sex party to go midnight skinny dipping alone, you know, as people do. But then Scuba Jason pops out of frickin' nowhere and stabs her through the front, causing her to create a hilarious death noise.
No!
I can't tell if she's dying or having a great time, but either way, I'm really happy the actress made that choice. Back at the Chateau de Hornitine, Paul feels bad and goes off to find Sam, leaving Doublemint Tina free to hook up with Crispin Glover, while Teddy gets shunned by Doublemint Harry after he uses the same shitty pickup line he tried on her sister.
That's a teddy bear. Want to give teddy bear a kiss? Want to give teddy bear a kiss?
Also, because honestly, Teddy, you're being pretty rapey there, man. You shouldn't have to grab a girl's face that way to kiss her. Knock it off. Paul swims out to the raft and finds
snap.
Sam's body before getting impaled in the crotch himself and lifted into the air. Then Jason pulls the harpoon gun trigger like that would do anything? I don't know what's going on there, but that is a sweet low-angle shot of a dude with a spear gun in his dick. Then we learn that Rob is Sandra's brother, which would be a pretty cool tie-in if anyone knew who the hell Sandra was. In case you didn't just watch all these movies in a row to make a YouTube series about them, Sandra is that totally forgettable chick from the second one. You know, the underage one whose sex scene they had to cut. Now, I appreciate the movie's attempt to tie into some sort of mythos, but maybe start with having Jason look the same 2 movies in a row. Having doubly struck out, Teddy gets high and watches old-timey porn by himself. Upstairs, Doublemint Tina gets it in with Crispin Glover, causing Doublemint Terry to get upset. She's probably just jealous after seeing Glover's sweet dance moves. I mean, who wouldn't want to make babies with that guy? Those moves just scream vitality. Terry leaves to ride her bike home in a thunderstorm and gets speared by Jason during a lightning flash. They make sure to show us the body too, even though it was a pretty sweet off-screen death. Mrs. Jarvis, on the other hand, gets a super lame off-screen death when she wanders out into the rain and screams into the camera like it's Friday the 13th part friggin' 1 or something. They originally shot a scene with her body in a bathtub for the ending, but they cut it for whatever reason. Lame. Some more character shit happens after that. For instance, the virgin Sarah sleeps with a guy who is both the prettiest and least defined Jason victim yet. Also, in a moment of post-coital anxiety, Crispin finally faces his fears.
Wish I had dead. Fuck.
Good thing he makes his peace, because when he goes to get some wine, Jason helps him find the corkscrew by placing it helpfully in his hand, then places a machete not so helpfully in his face. I love the little twitching he does as he dies. That's the plot difference right there. Doublemint Tina becomes a Doublemint detective after she sees both Doublemint bikes outside, even though Doublemint Terry had professed to leave. Unfortunately, before she can piece anything together with this new Doublemint knowledge, Jason grabs her from an unlikely place right outside the second-story window, and she gets Doublemint defenestrated in an awesome slow-motion shot right onto a car. We'll see Jason throw a lot of ladies to their death in this series, but none will be as sweet as this one. Teddy is finally put out of his sad, lonely misery with a knife through the back of the head. The simple kill is elevated by the knife tearing a slit in the projector screen as he falls. That is
this is gross.
Then Jason just has to clean up the last teen couple, so he barges in on Doug in the shower and smashes his head against the wall, straight up crushing it with his palm. Awesome. Then Sarah finds Doug's body and has an unnecessarily long sequence running around
everybody in the cabin.
before Jason lodges an axe into her midsection. At least the towel stayed on, I guess. Wouldn't want to look at a naked corpse, would you?
Real cute girl. Was. Well, she still is.
Okay, calm down there, Axel. Now it's down to Trish, Tommy, and Rob. The older couple head over to the sex mansion and find a bunch of bodies. Then Jason grabs Rob in the basement and, well, I can't really tell what he's doing there. What's going on there, Rob? Oh, right, he's killing him. Thanks, Rob. Wasn't sure. Trish runs the now familiar Final Girl circuit, finding a whole bunch of bodies as Jason chases her back and forth between the 2 houses, even causing her to leap out a window. Lots of defenestration in this movie. She manages to get some sweet hits in on him, like a TV to the head and a machete to the hand, but Jason probably would have choked her to death if it wasn't for Tommy going all punk metal and using his makeup skills to trick Jason into a confused kind of vulnerability. Trish uses the opportunity to knock Jason's mask off, and then Tommy freaking stabs him in the face, and then Jason falls and slides down onto the machete in his face.
That is
looks a little silly, a little gruesome, and pretty freaking awesome. Just to make sure the job's done, Tommy goes ham on Jason in slow motion, telling him exactly what he wants him to do.
See, that little boy gonna grow up to be a little killer. I mean, no mercy.
And becoming the first person to successfully kill Jason Voorhees.
Wow.
Because he actually is dead this time. I know, he'll be back, but he really is dead here. The movie ends on a triumphant note as Corey Feldman looks into the camera and reassures the audience he'll have a successful career his entire life. I'm sorry, enough joking.
No,
let's get to
he's going to be a killer. He's going to be a killer. He was looked like he was doing that a little too well.
7 girls and 6 guys. He's in turn killed by Tommy, giving us a grand total of 14 deaths in this movie, evenly split among genders. At a runtime of 91 minutes, that's a death on average every 6.5 minutes, the current kill frequency champion. For coolest death, I'm gonna have to give the golden chainsaw to Jason himself. What with that 10 out of 10 face slide. Blameless goes to Mama Jarvis. It was entirely off screen, but at least she didn't go out screaming, "He's killing me, he's killing me." And that's it, folks. Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Alright, you guys, so that was Friday the 13th, the final chapter, 1984 kill count. That was pretty nasty. I still don't think this was the worst one I've watched. Nope, it wasn't. I think the Manhattan when either Jason Goes to Hell. I think that one was still the worst one I've watched. But this one was still pretty nasty. They're terrible. They were horrible. That was horrible. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, like, subscribe. Push that bell to be notified when this video drops, y'all. Tomorrow's video, I have no idea. This has been another Mission Completion, and I'm out of here.